Good morning, guys. Saed. Welcome to today's match day GunnerTalk. Come on, boys, come on! It's our very last pre-season friendly today, so last chance to see a few different things get ironed out, and then we're back. We're back in the big time next Sunday. Hopefully, I'll be at the game, so can't wait for that one. Last chance to see everybody get a bit of game time. I want to get something out of the way first and foremost. I want to apologise for my rant yesterday. I just had one of them days, guys, and I flipped a little bit. I'm old enough and ugly enough to know better. And whether I think someone's opinion or people's opinions are based on madness, I should still respect it no matter what, especially our own fan base. So I want to apologise to all you guys that I upset out there. Don't think bad of me. I'm sorry, and I'll that's not the sort of blog or whatever you want to call it, videos that I want to do. So that's the sort of stuff I don't like, and why I don't like Arsenal Fan TV. So I'm really sorry about that, guys. That's not the normal me, and I apologise. And that's coming from the heart. I really do mean that. So sorry about that one, guys. Let's crack on with the good stuff. Match day lineup today. I had a crack at what I thought we should do today, and some of the noises down the grapevine this morning, I think we are going to go with a sort of strong lineup in the first half. What we might go against City, and then give everybody a run out in the second half. So that'd be fabulous if that aligns with my thoughts yesterday. My lineup, I'll have to change it a little bit. So I'd still stick with Leno in net in the first half, Litchi at right back, Mustafi and Chambers at centre back, and then Nacho at left back. Xhaka and Torreira centre mid, Ozil centre attacking mid, and then Mickey on the right, Ober on the left, Laka down the middle. And then second half, obviously because of Saed news, I've changed it to Nacho playing in the first half. So second half for me, Martinez in net, Hector at right back, the Greek boys at centre back, Mavro and Socrates. And then I'd like to see Ossie Tutu at left back. I don't want to see Ainsley there, but it could be Ossie Tutu, probably Ainsley, Maitland-Niles. So if Maitland-Niles is left back, then it gives us no choice but to have El Neni and Guendouzi as centre mids. Smith Rowe for me as centre attacking mid, and then Reece on the right, Eddie down the middle, and Iwobi on the left. So that's it for me, guys, on the lineup thoughts, and that's how I see it going down, or hopefully, fingers crossed how it goes down today. As I just mentioned, the Saed news, absolutely devastating for me. I'm a fan of his. I think he when he came in last year, guys, it was the same thing as I moaned about yesterday. We all hyped him like mad, and he looked brilliant. And then Wenger lost a bit of faith in him, and he lost his way completely. I don't think he's become a bad player overnight, and for me, I'd still have him over Nacho. And like I said, Nacho, he's bobbing on a bit. This is his last year at the club. So for me, Saed had to be a starter because he's the future. There'd be no use in putting him behind Nacho and losing confidence for a year, and then we're expecting to rely on him. So the first person I thought about yesterday, as soon as I heard that news, was just poor old Ainsley. I just thought, what an unlucky lad he is, because full well he's going to get used there in the meantime. And his heart must have sank when he saw that. For me, although you're going to get more game time, do you want it there? I don't want his progress to stagnate because we're playing him, another square peg in a round hole. So for me, I'd rather see Ossie Tutu as back up to Nacho, because he's a wing back, and he's done all right in pre-season when he played there. So I'd rather see that. And it's just this issue raised its ugly head again. It's a position we're weak in my opinion. Both wing back positions really. Hector's not doing it at the minute, and he's got to up his game. Litchi, he's a great foil for him, but he's not going to be here for very long. Like I've just said, Nacho, this will be his last season with us. I don't see him getting a new contract. We brought in Joel Lopez, but he's 16. It'll be a few years till he's in the setup. So we're very light in that position. I don't see us going getting a left back now. No chance. Where's that money coming from? If we had an infinite pot of money, I think we'd have already moved for all these positions. So I don't see that happening. But I do think we'll move on it at Christmas time or the next summer, and we'll have to, because we'll only have Saed as a left back. So. I was intrigued to find out who you guys left backs are a position that I don't know a great deal of brilliant left backs or good young ones that we could get for a decent price. Obviously you've got your Alabas and your Ricardo Rodriguez's, and there's some really good left backs out there, but not ones that I see us going for. And ones that we could probably afford to bring in. I saw somebody mention Danny Rose is on his way out at Spurs. I'd rather go with Ossie Tutu than see him signed. I'll be totally honest. If we're going to go to Spurs for someone, he'd be the last person I'd be thinking of. There's only one person for me that I could really think of off the top of my head from what I've seen over the summer at the World Cup, which was Laxalt. Uruguay's left back, it impressed me. His hairdo did, and it was like Monica in Friends when they come back from the Caribbean and she's swinging round those braids with the seashells on the end. But maybe we'll have two wing backs with terrible hairdos. Hector on one side and him on the other. But he's 25. He's at the right age. He could step in and do a job. He looked really solid to me. Great energy and work rate. And you could put. I saw rumours earlier in the window. Roughly about 18-20 million quid. So for me, he'd be even if we had to go now, he'd be one I'd bring in for that sort of money. I think he'd slot straight in. But guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts on the left back, because like I say, I'd struggle to write a list of 10 that were realistic ones that we could bring in. So that was interesting. Another one today, centre back rumours. As I said to you guys yesterday, I don't see us bringing in another centre back. If we were going to bring in a really good one, we'd have done it instead of Socrates for me. So I don't see another one coming in now. A rumour this morning of Vida, Welbeck or Mustafi out for Vida. Why do we want a seventh centre back and one that's no real improvement? For me, that would be like signing Socrates again, and getting rid of Mustafi for him would be an absolute dumbass move for me. That would be a downgrade in my opinion from what I've seen of him. I didn't see a lot of him last season, but I watched all the World Cup, I watched all their games, and I paid good attention to him in the England game. And we played everything up against him because he was awful. He was all over the place, and I think he'd be an absolute dodge pot and a liability. So he's not one I want anywhere near the club, I'll be totally honest. And like I say, if we were to get rid of Mustafi, who's our best centre back currently, I just think that's suicide. And like I say, who do you get rid of to bring somebody in? For me, the only two centre backs you'd want to get rid of are Socrates or Holding. And I know a lot of you won't want to see Holding go. And Socrates has only just come in the door, so I don't see how we do a move. We might do one at the end of this season, but I'm just not sure at the minute. I don't want to see Chambers, Mavro or Mustafi go. That's a definite for me. The only way I'd see Mustafi go is if it was for somebody a lot better, not for somebody slightly worse or maybe of equal quality. So I don't see any legs in that. It makes no sense to me. And like I say, we've already got 6 centre backs, so for me it'll be something we'll look at the end of the season. Koscielny's going to be going. And then that leaves us 5. Maybe if Socrates was a short-term fix, then we'd see him out the door and bring somebody in better. Who knows, guys? It's a tricky one. I just don't see it happening right now. Another bit of good news yesterday. 15-year-old centre mid, Romanian lad. I'm not going to have a go at saying his name because it was like shibbity-bip-bap-bap, skiddly-bap. That'd sound like the scat man. So I'm not even going to attempt to say his name. He'll be signing for us when he turns 16, so that's another nice little behind the scenes. Like I've just mentioned, Joe Lopez coming in, a young lad for the future, this young lad for the future. So it's nice to know that stuff's going on behind the scenes, working on the future rather than just the immediate time now in the club. So that's really good for me. Good old welbz. Noises this morning that apparently we've told him. Like I said to you guys yesterday, in my rant, he's not someone I ever wanted at the club. He's not someone I ever want to see back at the club. And the only excuse I'd give him for having this Judith Chalmers length holiday is that the club have told him to do one, and there's no place for him in the team. And we'll, just lie on a beach, mate, and we'll find you a club while you're gone. Don't bother coming back to Colney. And it looks like that's what he's been told. So that was a huge bonus for me this morning. Got me skipping out of bed when I saw that. And it's interesting, Morales has just left Everton, so that'd be a great signing for them. No disrespect to Everton, but it's like Theo. I respect Theo a lot more than I do Wells. He did a hell of a lot more for the club, although not really fulfilling his potential. But if they had both of them each side of a front three, I could see Everton being quite tidy. But they've brought in Richarlison, so I don't know. There'll definitely be clubs who'll want Danny Welbeck. There's no two ways about that. It's just once again that issue of who'll pay him what we've been paying him. And that's how I will struggle to get rid of him. And for me, that's why we keep getting low fees for people, is because they have to offer us less, because they have to offer more than they would do in wages. So it's a tricky one, but I think he's definitely going now, which is a bonus for me personally. And like I said yesterday, it adds to that pot of deadwood for me, for money that we can put towards bringing in a proper winger who challenged for the first team, which he, for me, would never do. And I don't want to ever see him do that. Another name that's popped up again is that Wilfried Zaha, the black SpongeBob SquarePants. He's somebody, guys, who he does have talent, but for me, he'd be only a slightly upgrade on Welbeck. And I was at Palace last year and I had a chat with one of his teammates. I'm not going to name him for obvious reasons, but I was told the guy's a nightmare to deal with. He said he was a lovely lad, but he's just overconfident, and he comes across smug, and he runs things at Palace. He decides when he trains, he decides when he turns up, and that's not somebody I want at the club. We seem to have a nice setup at the minute, and everyone seems happy. So I don't want a character that'll rock the apple cart. So nah, and especially for 70 million, no chance. That sort of price tag. Plus, I don't think he's that good a player. And what I know about him, personality-wise, I don't ever want to see that. But we do need a winger badly, and this is one position I do think we're going to make a swing of the bat for before the window shuts. It worries me though that since Torreira came in, rumours with us, apart from the Dembele obvious one, they've dried up completely. Where's Ornstein? Where's the Oracle? You're more likely to see him on a milk carton missing at the minute, or a poster stuck to a lamppost. Missing football journal. Please ring this number. So who knows what's going on, guys? It's interesting, definitely. As I mentioned about Barca yesterday, Vidal's going there, so watch this space with that one. Maybe they might be looking to ship Dembele out. The only issue for me is the mumblings that I saw late yesterday and this morning. They'd want way over 100 million for him, and as much as I'd like to see him at the club, I don't want to see us spend that sort of money on him. I'd want him a back for over 100 million, not a Dembele. Someone that's already doing it. He's got a bad injury record, so that would be a massive punt for me. It'd be a big reach. 80 million, yeah. 120, nah. I think we could spend that money way better. For me, 100 million would go and get us a left back. Like I've just said, 100 million instead of Dembele, right? As much as you want him, if he's going for 100 million, you can have him for 100 million, or you can have Laxalt at left back, and Ndombele in centre mid, and Bailey as a winger. I know which one I pick. It's an absolute no-brainer. So feelings to one side about Dembele. For me, it makes no business or logical sense to go and pay that sort of dough for him. I think the only way we could be involved is if we did some sort of 90 million deal and give him 30 million a year over 3 windows, but I just don't see it. I don't know how we'd do it unless he's available on loan for a couple of years. I just don't think he's one that we could make happen. As much as we might want him and as much as he might want to come to us. So that was it from me today, guys. Like I say, I just wanted to apologise once again for my rant yesterday, because that's just out of character, and I apologise if I offended anybody. And let's look forward to the match tonight. There's going to be Lazio will be playing some decent players, so it should be a good run out for us. I'm going to say 2-1, 3-1 to us. Hopefully we don't. I'd like to see a clean sheet. It's something we've struggled to do. So I'd like to see us look solid at the back tonight, and then I'd like to see Oba get a goal as well. He's needing one, and if Laka can keep his little run going, that'd be nice. So yeah, reasons to be optimistic today. I've got some big news coming up, guys, that I'm going to share with you over the next week or so. Things are looking up. So hope you've enjoyed. Sorry about yesterday. Kick back and enjoy the match tonight. It's on arsenal.com for definite, guys, so no stressing trying to find streams later on. Go on, you go, guys. Shabba, boys. Who knows where to me? Take it easy, guys. Sai signing out.